So basically, the today's topic is related to references. In the classroom today, I talked about references. Then I will discuss about copying, right? And I will explain the operations and properties and related topics. First, we will discuss what these topics are and then why it is important, okay? And when you will go for Python's, majorly, if you are working on the project work, you are using these kind of concepts. Anyhow, let me know if I'm audible and the screen is visible. Anyone, please? Guys, anyone, please respond. Am I audible? Am I audible? It's the white screen board is visible for all. Hello? Anyone is there?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, fine. Thank you. So, first, as I discussed yesterday in the classroom, what is references, right? So, I'm starting the class. People are joining, but it is a very less number out of 120. 20 is right now. So I don't know how the pupils will perform in the internal examinations. Okay. Since these topics are very important for the internal examinations, definitely the questions will be there from these topics. So references, as I told you in yesterday class, for example, you have one variable, okay, and you have some value, and then you are assigning the particular variable to some other variable. What is the meaning of it? The meaning is nothing but you are not assigning the any value direct. You are assigning the reference, A is the reference for the 10. 10 is the value. For example, if this is your memory, and A is the label. Label means memory name. I mean, the address name where the particular value is available, right? So 10 is available at A. A is nothing but it's a reference for the 10. Okay. Again, I have taken one more variable. You know, variable always we are declaring at the left side to the particular operator. But in this case, you observe both are variable only, right? So one variable is referring to another variable. So we are not directly referring to the data here. We are referring to the reference, address. So I can say this is references. This is nothing but it's a label name, tag name, label name, whatever you want to give. This is the concept of the references. I hope you got the idea in the study class only. So the learning part is here. Basically, you are not copying the data directly. Understood? You are not copying the data directly. What you are doing here? You are simply copying the copying the memory address, right? Copying the memory address. And this logic is known as references. Suppose in your exam, if they are asking the question, what is references? Please define definition, then give some example and define some property. That's it. Okay. But what is the problem with this? What is the problem with this? Suppose in the class only I discussed if spam equals to and some list data is there, right? And one more variable you have called as cheese, and in that you are just referring the your variable, right? So here you see memory address will be same. Understood now? Memory address will be same for the both the variables. Either it is spam or cheese, where this value is actually available. So if you return here spam, it will return. If you return value is spam, it will return the particular this data in your output. And you are understanding what I'm doing here. Okay. Now, after this, if suppose I want to change some value inside the list, since list is a mutable type, right? So what it will do, if now you return the cheese, what it will do? It will return the data, updated data. Understood now? This happened. So what happened here? After this, if you return spam again, you will get the same output. Same output means you are unable to preserve your actual data. This is happening here since you have copied the reference, not copied the data. So both either spam or cheese, both variable updated, got changed because both are referring to the same data. And because of this reference problem, Because of this reference problem, this is happening. You are unable to preserve your actual data. We want to preserve our data also. So what is the solution of it? uh, Till here, yesterday in the classroom, we discussed. Now, actual topic is how we can manage these things. So to manage these things, we have a concept called as copying. Okay, copying. Please understand it properly. What is the meaning of copying? So copying basically they are internally copy your actual data. Okay, and you can achieve this with the help of one module called as copy. This is the module. In this, you will learn two topics. One is shallow copy. Okay, shallow copy. Another you will learn deep copy. And for your just clarification purpose, here I will use only list. Okay, for list only I will use. Other data type I will not use here. Okay. So one by one, I will discuss what is a shallow copy and what is deep copy. Okay. So listen very carefully. Basically, shallow copy is what? First of all, this copy is here to preserve our actual data, which is if you are doing the referencing, you are losing your actual
Hello, Rahul.
data. Okay. So by this, by using copy, you may able to preserve your actual data also, and you may, if you want to change further, you may perform the changes also that will also applicable. So you will have a both data, previous old data and the new data. Now listen very carefully. So what is the meaning of a shallow copy? Basically, it will create the new object. It will create the new object. Listen here. What I have written here underlined outer object. I will tell what is the outer object. You know, list can be not simple list, can be nested list. Okay, simple list means you can say the simple list. For example, 1, comma 2, comma 3. So this is a list. Nested list means list inside the list. Okay. So in this, maybe some inner list, some maybe some outer list like that. So your shallow copy will work only for outer object. Okay. Now it will not work for the nested. So we have that's why deep copy. So let me clarify it. Simple list is there, then you will use shallow copy. If you have a nested type of a list, you will use the deep copy. This is purpose. So now, without any delay, I will take you on the ideally so that practically I can explain. Okay. And the theoretical things are there already in the notes. You just after this lecture, you glance, you will come to know. So I will import first uh, copy, right? Copy, it's a module. Hmm? Now I have suppose one list type of variable A. In this, I have some value. Okay, elements. One more list I have. I mean, now I am going to if I will return suppose here A, what it will return? The actual list is returning, right? If I will do
Don't
here
that.
like that, observe very carefully. If I will do here like that, and if I'm returning B, the same data is returning. This is called as referencing. But if I will change here, if I will change here, for example, I'm
Hello.
going to change, I will replace 2 by 3 or 4. Okay. So I'm going to change this. Or else means if I want to change 2, I should give here 1, index number 1. Now, if I will return the B, it is returning 143. If I will return A, then again I am getting the 143. This means that I lost my previous data. Understood now? When I declared A, the value was this, but I lost this. Updated A is also updated, B is also updated because of this reference. How I can fix it? So to fix it, we have a concept called as copy. So how I can use the copy? To use the copy, first you have to import the copy. Now, how you will use that? So let me take again. This time I will take
Manjunath
X
Badami.
variable. I will insert some value. Okay. You see how I can preserve my this value, list value, right? You see here how I can preserve it. So to do that, suppose I have one more variable y. Now I will make a copy. To make a copy, you have to use copy module dot copy function. Inside that, you pass simply this your variable in which you have stored list type of elements, right? This is how you have to write copy dot copy and particular variable. And this all you are assigning to the one more variable called as y. So here, what is the learning part? The first copy which you have written, this is the exactly module copy. Understood? This module copy. And this copy after dot operator means you are fetching the property of these things to this. This copy is function. Okay, both are inbuilt keyword. And inside you are passing one parameter that is your x. Okay, if you hit enter now, if you see here, x I am returning, I am getting 1, 2, 3. If I will return 1, now this, I am getting 1, 2, 3. Till here, no problem. Now, if I will change y, suppose I am going to change 1 as a 4, okay? At the index number 0, whatever value I'm going to change it. So let's say this is 4. Now if I will return y, it is returning 4, 2, 3. It got updated. Y value got updated, right? What about x? Observe here. X is still 1, 2, 3. This is what I wanted to, achieve. This I achieve. So this is the benefit of the copy, module. Guys, any doubt till here, which I have explained? Later, I will provide the recording of this. I hope I have kept on the recording mode. Yeah, it is going on. So you can revisit this video if you are getting any doubt. But this concept is very important. Got it now? So this is the purpose of a copy module and shallow copy. This is the example of a shallow copy. You will not write here shallow. Only you will use the copy function, right? And wherever copy function is there, you just consider it as a shallow copy. But the problem with this that it will not work for the nested list. For example, what I'm telling here, suppose you have a nest x. Okay, this is one variable I have taken. Nest means nested x, and in that I'm going to put some elements. At any point of a time, if voice is getting black or screen is not visible, please update me. Okay, since half an hour class only, so I need to explain this topic complete. So the problem with the nest, what if you have a nested list? Okay, so let me just give the scenario. This is the nested list example, right? If you return nest x, it will return the nested value. So we are very clear with the what is the nested list. Now, suppose I have again same variable and I am doing a copy. I'm performing the copy. Okay. Copy module dot copy function. Inside that, I am just passing the nest x. Okay. Now hit enter. Y will contain this data. It's completely fine. The problem is, what if I'm going to update at the index number 0, the value at the index number 0, whatever value is there. Okay, I will make it. I wanted to change this 1 to 5. Okay, if I will hit enter here, and if you see here y, still it is changing. And now if you check, uh, this is changing. Now you check your nest x. See here also data got changed. Means again I am unable to preserve my actual data value in the list which we have taken. So your shallow copy is unable to work for the nested list, only for simple outer list. If inner list is there, you have to use deep copy. You have to use deep copy. So you want to preserve your nested list data, you have to use deep copy. This is the difference between shallow copy and deep copy. So you see here how I can use it, how I can use the deep copy. Okay. So deep copy recursively everything it will make copy. It could be any kind of a nested list. Okay. So, okay. For that only I will use, let me take this only. Okay. It's a just, I will explain here, deep copy. Okay. Guys, after that recording of video, you need to put the practice to understand this. Please don't forget, right after this, you have to practice. So let me take, this is my one of a nested list. Okay. Now, how to make the deep copy so that you can preserve your this data also. And if after change you want to make any changes in the list, the data also will be there. So, and I will tell what is the application of these things. So deep copy, and in that I will pass nest X. Okay. So this is the syntax: copy module dot deep copy function and the parameter inside the function. And all you are assigning to the one of a variable called as y, not a b, y. Okay. Now hit enter. Now, if you hit enter, you are getting the same data which you have taken in your this variable. Okay. Now, if I want to make the changes, I am trying to change this. Okay. At zero index only. What is the value? 1, I want to replace by 5. Okay. Same thing I'm doing here. Now you return the y, got changed. Happy. So we got the editable data. Okay. Now, what if I will type here nest X? Observe here. You are able to preserve your original data. This is the concept of the deep copy. That's it. That's it. Though we have a variety of a copy, but these two they given in your syllabus. That's why I have explained. So, any doubt you ask? If any doubt, please ask what I explained till now. I hope you are listening and you are understanding, right? Bit slightly fast time because you are having now some basics of the Python. Okay. Okay. I hope you are understanding. So clear picture is shallow copy is working for the only normal simple list. Deep copy is basically working for the you can say for the nested list. Okay. So see, if you are telling once more. So let me take the example. What is the meaning of copy? You got the idea about the reference problem. Okay. If you have a reference, suppose you have a one, or else let me take quickly a fresh example. Okay. Now I will start from here. So the problem with the referencing is you observe here. If you have a list 1, comma 2, comma 3. Okay. Now you are assigning the this A into B and you return B, it is returning properly. You return A, it is returning properly. No problem. But what if I will change the one of a value from the list? What will happen here? Let's say I will keep here 5. And now you return B, it is returning 523, got updated. Now return A, got updated. Means you are unable to preserve your actual data. Understood now? This is the problem with the reference. This is the problem with the reference. To handle this problem, we have a concept called as copy. We have a concept called as copy. Is this clear? Now, what is the meaning of a copy? Copy means it will make the copy of your actual data, and after that, if you are performing any edit, that will preserve your actual data, and after that, that will provide the copy of editable data. I mean, if you want to perform the edit, it will produce the editable data by preserving your actual data. To do
Good
that,
evening.
we, we have to use copy module. Okay, copy module. Now let me take one again, the same example, what it will do. This will basically just to preserve that above problem. How I can preserve it? So to do that, let's say I will use copy dot copy and I will pass here A. You know, the same thing I did here. What I have done here, but this time I added here this simple copy module and copy function. This first copy is your module, the same module, okay? Dot copy. I want to avail the facility of a copy. This will copy this, okay, in the separate memory. Now, observe here, if you return B, it is returning 1, 2, 3, no problem. If you return A, it is returning 1, 2, 3. But if I will make change here, sorry, if suppose index number for B, index number 0, I want to make it 5. Okay. So if now you return B, it is returning 5 to 3. And the benefit, if you return A, it is preserving your data, which was actually previously in the reference you are unable to do. Right now, I want to preserve my actual data, and if I am performing any manipulation, any edit, that also I am able to perform. This is the benefit of the copy. Okay. Now, but there is a problem with the normal copy. This is called a shallow copy actually. If copy I'm writing, this is shallow copy. But the problem with this, what if you have a nested list? If you have a nested list, this copy will alone not able to perform. So to preserve your nested data, you have to use the deep copy. You have to use the deep copy. Quickly, I will take one example for that also. Okay. See how I have X. Now I have a nested list. Okay. Comma. I will take some value. Okay. Fine. So this is your nested list. Okay. Now Y equals to copy and dot copy. Fine. And I'm just passing my X. If I will return X, it is returning. If I will return Y, it is returning. But what if Y, I want to change the value of this one. Okay, since I have used copy, I did not use the deep copy. So what if I want to change this? Suppose at the zero index, the value at zero, I mean index only, at the first this zero index, at the zero index, I mean inner value, zero only. Okay, I want to make it 5 or else 6. Okay, now you see here y is returning 6 comma 2 means what actual data we have, this one. Now y is returning this, what x is returning, see x is also returning same thing. Again, if you have a nested list, you are unable to preserve the data by using alone copy. So to fix this, you have an option called as a deep copy. How? Let me take the same example. Let me copy it, pasting it. Now, y equals to copy module dot. Here you have to use deep copy. Just here you have to write the deep copy and just pass this x. And after that, if you return the y, it is returning. If you return the x, it is returning. Now, if you try to edit, it will edit the y value, but it will preserve the actual data. Okay, now it will preserve the actual data. Now observe here. At the zero index, if I will try to put value 6, okay. Now if you return y, okay, fine, you are updated. That's fine, you are updated in the copied. Okay, now, but if what if you are returning x? Here you are getting the actual result which you have declared beginning. So you are able to preserve your actual data also. And if you want to perform any operation, edit operation, it's only one operation I'm doing. Any operation which is applicable in the list, if you are performing, that also applicable. So by preserving your actual data, you are able to perform all the operations in the list by using deep copy and shallow copy. This is the property of a deep copy and shallow copy. Still, if you are not understanding, please revise the video after this. I will upload this and I will share with you guys. Okay. Now, very small topic I have, basically set. Set is not a part of your syllabus, right? Set is not a part of your syllabus. Uh, okay, let me take you back on the whiteboard so that I can explain it. Set. Actually, we studied list data type, we studied tuple data type. Now I am talking about set. Set is not given in your syllabus. For list, we used this is square bracket. For tuple, we used parenthesis. For set, we have a bracket called as flower bracket, curly braces. Okay. So set is basically unordered index. Okay. Unordered index. Unordered index. But you saw that either list or tuple, both are ordered sequence of a data, right now? Ordered sequence of a data. But this is unordered sequence. This is also, set is also mutable. Okay, means once you create, you can be able to edit and no duplicate is allowed. No duplicate is permissible. Means what I'm telling here, you saw that in the list also you can pass the elements, duplicate elements. In tuple also you are able to pass the elements like duplicate. But in set you can't be able to perform. So, okay, again I'm taking you back on the ideally. Another 5 minutes, guys. After that, this topic will complete. So let's say I have one variable s. In that, I have values, for example, 101, 102, 103, like that. Okay. Now, if you return s, it is returning set. How you will check? You have to check by the type and pass the your variable. Now you see what it is telling. This is what you have done. That is set only. So how you will declare the set? You have to take one variable and you have to use this curly braces or flower braces. Inside that, by separating of a comma, you can pass these elements. And if you return it, it will return the value. But thing is, how you will check that what it is? It is actually set only. Okay, it is set only. If you have S and you have a simple this one, okay, empty flower bracket, and now you check the type, then also it will tell I am set. Sorry. Now it is dictionary. If it is empty, I will tell the difference. So let me just try once, comma. Okay. Will it work or not? Otherwise, you may skip. Okay, it is not working. So, if you have an empty list, it is a dictionary, which is the further topic. Okay, next module, next chapter actually. And tomorrow in the classroom, I will discuss about it. But if you have a value, that is set. That is set only. So, we'll discuss in the dictionary part. But few more understanding we have to understand what is set. Set is, as I told you, unordered list. If it is unordered list, no, you can't fetch the data directly by placing the index. For example, if I will, Rajshri, please don't write. If I will try to fetch the index number 0 data, it will throw error. What error? Key error. You can't fetch data. Basically, let me declare again because I did some changes. Now let me try to do that. See, type error. Set object is not subscriptable. Means you can't provide the index number. Why? Because it is unordered. In the definition you are telling, okay? I have provided the yesterday the notes. You please refer that. You will understand. Now, how it is working, then you will ask, sir, how to fetch the data. Basically, you can apply loop. You may apply another mechanism also there. You explore my notes, you will come to know those things are not that much tough. But the thing is, you can't apply here index. But you are able to add the data. For example, if I will add here, let's say 101, 102, 103 is there, 104 I want to add. Okay. So you may add by using s dot add function and you return s. Now it is added 104. But you are observing here, rather returning data at last to the particular set, it is returning at first place. This means you can't predict where it will keep the data. That's why it is unordered list. Understood now? So this is about set. You can remove data, you can pop the data. For example, I want to get the data as dot pop. Pop one function, push pop you will learn in the data structure. So pop is one function. And for example, I want to pop 104 only. Okay, you see here. Oh, sorry. There is no argument is given. So how I will do that? To perform the pop operation. Okay, fine. It's my bad. What I will do here, s dot pop function, just put here. See, it is returning value. Okay, this is how you can pop the data one by one. Okay, this is about set. So what you learned today? Okay, what you learned today? Actually, we learned today. First, we got the idea. What was the problem in the reference? Okay. After this video, again, I'm telling, please watch this again. You will come to know all the idea. First of all, what is reference? Then what are the consequences of the reference? Based on that, we improvise the consequences of a reference through copy module. Then we learned copy in detail with what is shallow copy, okay, and what is deep copy. So this we learned. After that, we learned about set. So I think time is up now, guys. We are done with this, and this chapter is over. Tomorrow in the classroom, we will start with the dictionary. Fine. And if any query on this, you put practice, you please note down and come in the classroom. I will explain properly. Okay. Now you may leave. No problem. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for coming.